Okay. So thank you very much for joining us. It's very nice to see your faces. And the intention of tonight's call is just to bring everybody back together and really to have a chat about where we're at, what we're looking to be doing coming into the second half of the year. Hey, Shani. And how we can all work together to make the next 7 months, nice and productive. I think I heard once at one of the Isagenix events that, Christmas, December, January, or maybe November, December, January is a very busy and important time of the year. I would actually like to say that the most important time of the year in terms of health and fitness and wellness, even though it may be quiet, is actually winter. Because if you keep yourself at top of people's minds right now, who are they going to think about when they go to put their shorts on come spring? They're going to think about you. So it's so very important right now that you keep yourself in the game and you keep yourself front and center of people's minds through this winter. Okay, that's kind of my say on that. Hey BJ, hey Shani, all good. And hello Fiona. So just as you come in, if you can actually start your video but put yourself onto mute, that would be great. The reason that I ask you, unless you're running around busy crazy after your kids, that you put yourself onto video, is that we can actually see faces. Okay. It's very, very important that I see you, so I know that you're engaged. Hello. Oh, kisses. Oh, that's so nice. Where's my kiss? But that we can also, you can raise your hands and stuff like that as we go through too. Oh my God, Fiona, I thought I looked cold. Anyway, okay, so this is our intention. Come together once a week. Thank you so much for me being able to see your beautiful faces. Please, if you can, schedule into your busy lives this call every Monday night, and we'll keep it to an hour as best we can. So it will be from 7:30 to 8:30 on a Monday night. And as I just mentioned to Jerry, that this will actually back onto a call from 7 till 8 on a Sunday night, which Jen Patch's big collaborative group runs. So there are 2 hours per week that I would like you to be scheduling in your team calls, okay? 7 till 8 on a Sunday and 7:30 until 8:30 on a Monday. Now, if you have commitments, which some of us have spoken, and that Sunday night call is not doable because that is a family night, and I understand from my heart to yours that is okay. I just need your commitment that you will, at the best of your ability, as close to that Sunday night call as possible, please watch the recording. Is that okay? Yep, awesome. Now, I haven't asked for a recording of last night's call simply because it wasn't that brilliant. I shouldn't say that. I think all calls are amazing, but there wasn't that much valuable content in it. And so I didn't feel a need to ask for a recording. But going forward, I'm sure that they'll have much more valuable content and that we can share those. Okay. So I'm going to be giving you some homework, and some of this stuff that we may be going over is stuff that we have done before. But they are really, really important parts of having any type of business. And please know that you should by now know that you will need to have a schedule, and that schedule, of course, should have a degree of flexibility, but there needs to be hours that you are actually dedicating to your growth in this. Okay, so we may need to be going back through a schedule. Can you give me a hands up, show of hands, who actually has a current schedule in place? Yeah, awesome. Renee, you can just type in chat if you can. If you don't have a schedule in place, or maybe it needs to be looked at after we've discussed some stuff, then please do so. I think it's a great thing to make sure that you go over anyway, probably as you move into a new quarter of which we're in right now, you may look at actually having to redo your schedule, especially if what you're doing right now is not working. Okay, because why would we continue to move forward with a schedule if what we're doing in the hours that we're doing aren't actually bringing us results? Because that's just, that's crazy, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, awesome. Okay, so here is a practice that I was taught and then I spoke to Fiona about today, is that when do most people do their contacting? When do most people send out their follow-up messages, or when do we most of the time contact our people? Evening.
Night.
Who? Fiona? Night? Yeah. Yeah. So most people would agree. Are we doing most of our income producing activity, i.e. follow-up or new member contact or prospecting or kiss hugging on Facebook? Are we doing that at night time? Yeah. Okay. So here has been my productivity challenge that I have been given by Cherie Campbell, who some of you know that I'm working with. And so that is to actually do a 10 by 10 contact blitz every morning, which means that I do 10 contacts before 10 a.m. in the morning. So some of you may be going, oh, but I just don't have the time. Of course you do. It just may mean that you need to get up 1 hour extra early, or it may mean that you need to reschedule some priorities. Okay, raise your eyebrows. It's okay. All right. You should have your list of prospects and should have your list of follow-ups. And so all that it means that you do is you just shoot out 10 messages before 10 a.m. in the morning. I've been doing this now, I think, for probably a week and a half, and the contact rate and the response rate is much greater than it is at night time. Okay. Jerry's going, oh my God, I have to get up at 3 a.m. in the morning. Not necessarily, okay? Because what you can do is you can actually prep your work at nighttime before you go to bed, and you can actually prepare your message before you go to bed, and you know your 10 contacts that you will do in the morning. And let's say, for instance, you type up a templated message and you can put that into notes on your phone, and you have your 10 names of new contacts or follow-ups or whatever, and then all you need to do is you then need to block in that could be done in as little as probably half an hour. Okay, does that make sense? BJ's kind of like not shoring. All right.
Just sorry, Lisa. Just like, I want to be open about this. Like, so for me to actually do that, every prospect that I have would be done in a week. Do you know what I mean? Because that's my biggest, is trying to get probably into the cold market now, because I've virtually contacted as many people as possible, we'd say, as regards friends and all that thing. That's all long done and dusted. So that's a kind of a frustrating thing for me, is to try and to say that there's no way known that I can send 10 messages out before 10 o'clock, because I can do it for whatever, 3, 4, 5 days, and then kind of, done.
Yeah, that's okay. And thank you for bringing it up, because I'm sure that you're not the only one who feels that is going to be, perhaps if their lists are short. Does anybody else feel the same way? Yeah. Okay. So know that there are there's different templates, of course, too, that we can be using. So there is one for, to pull your brave pants on, and there's a template to actually message out to people who you haven't contacted already, and that you've maybe wanting to speak to. So there's a template there that I can share. And then there is a process of let's say that the 10 contacts, they may not necessarily all be about Isagenix Share. So they may actually be that, like comment on Facebook. So we're just trying to get ourselves back up into the space of people as well. could we make it as easy as whose birthdays it is? So birthdays could be included, prior leads. We could be contacting users. We could be contacting past users. And then, of course, we could be pulling up our Brave Pants and sending out an outward message to people that we would never think of, that we just haven't been brave enough to do. Does that make sense? Yeah. Does anybody have concerns about that? No, because it will take courage to do those chicken list ones, right? And I'll share the template with that. Okay. The thing about sending that out is that template, that's to be used as one message. And as soon as you get, say for instance, if we send that out, let's say to our list of 10 people that we know who would be brilliant at this business, okay, and they just don't know it yet, but we're going to do our 10 messages out to those people. If those people then request for more information, your job as soon as possible is to get that person on the phone or on a Zoom, okay? Your message is only your very first point of contact. As soon as they want more information, of course, we need to know what they would want to look for, and we can share a tool. But your job after that is, when can I get you on the phone to have a chat to you about what you like most about what you're just about to see? Would, Tuesday at 4 or Tuesday at 6 be okay? Okay. Your job after you've piqued the interest and sent a tool is to get the person on the phone. Okay. And ideally on a 3-way call or a 3-way Zoom. Okay. That makes sense? Awesome. And then something else that Cherie taught me was that the best day to actually, the best day for sales is Mondays and Fridays. Okay. And so I quite like her. I never thought of this before, and I quite like the way that we kind of round a follow-up. This is with your hot prospects. Okay. And this is like a round prospecting follow-up. How many times do you actually follow up with people? Hand on heart, how good are you at actually following up with people? Shani's not, Mel's not, Georgie's not, Fiona's not, BJ's no. All right. So it is known that a sale will happen anywhere between, I think it's the 5th and 12th contact. Okay. So if it's between the 5th and 12th contact, let's say that it's actually on the 8th follow-up that person is actually going to make a buying decision. Cool. And, you can probably safely give up maybe after you've done 12, but you'd still leave that person in a funnel somewhere. Okay. Now, Cherie's process is that you do hard sales follow-up on a Monday and a Friday. And the way that you would word it would be something like, hey, Jerry, I know it's been a while since we've spoken about Isagenix. I'm just touching base with you to see if this is something that you're still interested in. I know that you were keen in the energy and performance side of it, and I just wanted to show you this video. And then you would link a tool, right? And that's done in message. I'll touch base. I know I can appreciate that your week's going to be really busy, so I'll touch base with you again on Friday. Have a super productive week. All right. Hugs, Lisa. You finish it off, however. You then come back to them on Friday and say, hey, Jerry, I hope your week was awesome and you're winding down now into the weekend. I just wondered how you went with that video that I sent you. Looking forward to your chat reply, Lisa. Okay. And something would probably come back like, oh my God, Lisa, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. I didn't get a chance. And I would say, no worries. I thought your week might have been really busy. I hope you're winding down to have a peaceful weekend and you'll have time this weekend to watch it. I'll follow up with you again on Monday. Have a beautiful weekend. Okay. And then we go through the process again. So we go Monday, Friday, Monday, Friday, Monday, Friday, always allowing the person to have an out, because we appreciate they're going to have a busy week And then we appreciate that they're going to have time out, but probably a busy weekend. And we just flow through the process of Monday, Friday, Monday, Friday. And it's never pushy, because we're always allowing them an out, because we appreciate that they'll have a busy week at work, and we will appreciate that they'll have some downtime on the weekend. Does that sound good? Does it sound nice? Yeah. Does it sound as if it's something that you may be able to do? Okay, these are with your hot prospects. Okay. And of course, we need to make sure that we have a list, that we have them listed somewhere. So whether you're using an Excel spreadsheet, whether you're using a notebook, whether you're using, you know, the lifestyle transformation page, whatever you're using, your job really as an expert salesperson, please get used to me using the term sales, is that you need to have them firmly listed somewhere, and your sales process and your follow-up process has to be strict. Okay. All right. Does anybody want to add anything so I don't keep talking? And does anybody want to add anything? Michelle, do you have anything to add? George, come through, Matt.
Yeah, I just had a question in terms of the, can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Cool. Just had a question in terms of the 10 by 10. Did they say it was better to contact people before 10 o'clock because you're more likely to get a response? Is that sort of, and then it gives you time through the day to then respond? Is that the key behind it, or is it just to get you? What was that?
Oh, so the key behind it is that you stop procrastinating.
Okay.
Yeah. And the key behind it is also that we are high in energy in the morning. And yeah. I just didn't think of that. I just said, oh, no. I don't do my stuff until nighttime. And, you know, I get my kids ready and I don't allow my work to get in the way of the kids. And then I go and train, and then I come home, and she's like, and then what do you do? And I go, I kind of fluff around. And she's like, well, why do you not do your work first thing in the morning? And I'm like, I don't really know. I had no answer, you know, and so it was
us then the results that you potentially get.
Yeah, it's about getting it done. Yeah. Because I just, you know, like in this very truthful open forum, like we've all got lists of prospects, and we've all got, you know, lists of friends, and we all know the people who we should be contacting, but what do we let get in the way?
Just life, really.
Yeah.
Fear.
Yeah, fear. Michelle pointed to herself. Georgie said time. Yeah. Yeah. So if we stopped letting time get in the way, and time feeds fear, is it more likely that it would actually get done? If we gave ourselves the cutoff, I mean, you could, you know, you're a super early riser, yeah, like say Jerry, right? And Jerry's a super early riser. He goes, well, you know what, Lisa, I'm just going to do 5 by 5, because right now in his busy, hectic, you know, life and hurling and wedding and working, he can commit to 5 by 5. Lisa, I can do 5 contacts by 5 a.m. And everybody else who has, you know, Mel, you know, and BJ and George, you know, so I can commit to 10 by 10 because my life is a little freer. But if your life is hectic, what number can you commit to? And then what hour can you commit to? So I just say it's like 5 by 5 a.m., 6 by 6 a.m., 7 by 7 a.m., 8 by 8 a.m. And then you aren't allowing the time of your day to feed the fear of making the contact that you think you're going to at 8 p.m. at night time. Is that cool? Yeah. It's anti-procrastination. And that is what her process is called. She's a sales procrastination expert, and she's a psychologist. That's what she does. So I'm like, I just think it was such a simple tool. I'm like, I have to share it. So, and you get it for free. How's that? All right. Okay. Are we cool by that? So what I would like you to do and to have a think about in your circumstances is your number by when. So if you can please put that in the team chat, so not on this chat thread, if you can actually put that onto the Team Dream Builders thread as to what your number will be. And if you understand that Monday, Friday process, we cool with that? All right. Okay. And then, homework style, you need to really be doing your schedule again for me. I don't need to see it. I trust that all of you, want to build your dreams. But I trust that you will actually sit down and you will work through your schedule. And when you find the pockets of the time that you have to be building your Isagenix empire as your CEO, you then need to make sure that the times that you have are productive, okay? So clearly our mornings are all going to be different. They're going to be scheduled in now for our thing. I don't want that to please, there needs to be like a caveat in there. If you have delicious family time in the morning, you need to block, and you have time with your partners in the morning, please don't allow that time block of what I'm asking, 10 by 10, 7 by 7, 5 by 5. Please don't allow that to push over the time that you're having with your family. Okay? All right, Sean? All right, Mel? Mel, you look like you've got a headlight on. It's really cool. Just move your head that way a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, so you need to work that. You need to always make sure that you are doing what you can to the best of your ability around your family. But this is probably one thing from Jackson's call last night that I really loved and I resonated with, and now I knew that I needed to tell you, okay, or fill you in. Beck Miles said, my family is my business and my business is my family. And now I know that we all have time pools. I know that we have work and we have family and we have children and we have lots and lots of stuff going on. But I know that most of you have a want for this for more family time. I know that most of you want this for more travel time. I know that most of you want this to have more money, okay, which obviously which will create more freedom. Please have a discussion with your family if you must, but do not allow your family to become your excuse as to why you cannot build your truest success. Okay? You will have to make short-term sacrifices to build success in this business. And if you aren't prepared to make the short-term sacrifices, you need to ask yourself again why you're actually building it. Okay? And I'm not a hero. I'm not at all. I'm normal like you, and I have exactly the same time pressures. And if you saw me building this business in the beginning, I was up until all hours because I just needed to get myself out of circumstances where I wasn't happy, which were actually killing me. So I needed to sacrifice time with my family. I needed to sacrifice sleep. I needed to sacrifice my health at certain circumstances. And yes, I needed to almost sacrifice relationships, but I've learned from that. And if you need to, you have to constantly keep coming back and asking yourself, why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? What am I doing it for? Who am I doing it for? And constantly keep going over and over and over. And that as you change and as you grow and as you transition through who you're becoming. But again, if you are doing this for your family, then your family is your business and your business is your family. Okay? You, all of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Jared, Michelle, Georgie, G, Mel, Shani, BJ, Fiona, you know, Clint, Lainey, Renee, and anybody else that is watching this recording, you are my family. This is why I do it. You know, and I have some of the shittest days like you will not believe, but I wake up every day like to serve you, for you to be able to have the greatest and beautifulest life like you've told me. And as much as I think that sometimes I am a drag and I might nag you and I might piss you off and you might hate me and berate me or whatever, guess what? I don't really give a shit. Because I will take all of you along until you give me the big, which I hope you never do. I hope you never, ever do. I hope that one day you are sitting in my chair. I hope that one day you are feeling my feelings and you are so very, very grateful for where you're at and that you never gave up. You know, another thing I think I took from David Wood the other day was that people overestimate their earning potential in the first 12 months and underestimate their earning potential in 5 years. You can't lose at this. You seriously, seriously cannot lose at this. The only way that you will lose at this is if you stop your auto ship and you stop using the products and you walk away. That's the only way. You girls in New Zealand, girls, you are on an absolute effing gold mine. New Zealand is the fastest growing country, and I think has been for like the second year in a row. So what you need to do is pull your big girl pants on and know and own your 30-second story and be courageous in sharing. Everybody. And because I can sit here and we can talk and I can inspire and I can give you tools and I can ask you to do homework. The only thing I can't do is I can't give you my courage. The only thing that you can do is you can have your courage yourself. And the more conversations you have courageously, the better you will get. And with each conversation grows your posture. Yeah? Agreed? Okay. Come and talk to me before I talk about another thing that I'm very passionate about. So come and talk to me. No worries, Renee. I know you're there, honey bun. I know that you're very busy with your kids and I'm really loving and appreciative of your time. Anybody else want to say anything? Fiona's eating. Nobody? Anyone? Everyone's good? Mel, you want to say anything? Are you frozen? I think you're frozen, Mel.